Hi, so now we just talked about the introduction. Now we're going to go on to how to write your second body paragraph, which is how to explain feminist criticism. All right, so for your claim, remember all of our academic paragraphs that are used to take a position will follow the Q format, right? Claim, evidence, and warrant. So our claim is going to be your one sentence definition, okay, of your critical perspective. So it's going to be one sentence to define your critical perspective. Okay, now, you don't at this, you know what? Yeah, go ahead and define whether it's sophisticated or unsophisticated. So you could say, for example, a sophisticated androgynous, I'm totally going to spell this wrong again. Yep, I am. I think it's a Y there. Androgynous. Okay, a sophisticated androgynous critic will appreciate any work, could be literature or art, right, that points out equality or inequality based on gender but will be particularly interested in work that shows that gender is invented. Okay, because androgynous critics believe that gender is invented, okay? So this first part of my definition deals with the sophisticated or unsophisticated piece, and the second part of the definition deals with exactly what makes that type of criticism different from other types of criticism. Sorry about that, I got interrupted. Okay, anyway, so you're going to have, I think I just finished explaining your claim. Okay, now for your evidence, you're going to go to Google Docs, and you're going to find a quote that I provided you. Pick one that you like to talk about your criticism. Now, I didn't give you guys an androgynous example, and now I'm feeling guilty about that, because if you want to do that, I haven't helped you. So if you need help with that, let me know. The document is called Quotes for Your Essay, and it looks like this. You have a selection of matriarchal quotes, patriarchal quotes, and feminist quotes. Now, let me get back to your essay here. What you would do then is you would say, you would introduce the quote. So you would say, like, let's say I'm doing, I know my claim was about androgynous. Let's say we're talking about matriarchal criticism, because we already did this one in class, right, in your Hurston outline. Let me just go back and remind you how to do that. So if I go to Google Docs, which you have to in your stuff, and go to Hurston outline, Hurston essay outline. La la la, waiting. Here we go. Okay. What we did here is we said, we introduced the quotes. We said, like, in Andrea Dworkin's work, Intercourse, and it's italicized because it's the name of a publication, she discusses the imbalance of power between women and men, or men and women in sex. Okay, so then after that introduction, which is what I just read to you, you're going to actually include the quote. Okay, and here is the quote. And then what you would do is you would say Dworkin, and then just put the Intercourse. And the reason that we don't have a page number, so you just have to put the publication. Okay, cool. That's going to bother me. Hang on a second. Okay, so back to your outline, you will do the same thing. You will introduce a quote and then give us a quote from an author about and again, this is just about your criticism. We don't even care about the story yet, okay? So that's what goes here in evidence. For warrant, you're going to explain what the quote means. This quote points out, for example, here, let me go back to our evidence or example from before. We said, this quote shows that equality between the genders is unachievable. One gender needs to dominate the other. Ooh, that's a comma splice. Okay, one gender needs to dominate the other. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So you're going to go through and answer each of these questions as they pertain to your quote. So tell us what the quote means. You don't have to do this give examples thing, but you could say, like, for example, it's like when a woman and a man do this, the man's going to have more power, whatever, okay? So you can give an example, explain the difference between a sophisticated and unsophisticated critic, okay? Now, you already alluded to what a sophisticated critic did if you're taking a sophisticated stance in your claim, so you just explain the difference down here. Remember, a sophisticated critic will find anything interesting that deals with gender equality or inequality but will still like there's kind of their own interpretation or ideas that prove themselves correct more. But an unsophisticated critic is only going to like what proves them correct. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm being interrupted again. Hold on a second. Hello again. Okay, so basically I just explained to you how to write a claim evidence warrant paragraph about what your feminist criticism or feminist critical perspective is. If you have a question additionally now, please raise your hand and I will come help you if I can, okay? Otherwise, you can ask people around you. Thanks, and stay tuned for the next paragraph.